Hi students, welcome back to Max video classes. So in the last video, we learned obtaining the roots of a quadratic equation by factorization method. So in this video, we shall discuss another method. So what is the second method? Yeah, here the second method is completing the square method. Okay, so I will explain this method by taking one example. See the example. Solve the quadratic equation 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0 by the method of completing the square. Okay, so first write down the given equation. Here the given equation is 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, and observe the process. So first we change that given equation into standard form. So what is the standard form of quadratic equation? X square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is the standard form of a quadratic equation. First you will change that given equation into the standard form, and then first you transpose the constant term to right side. So out of the three terms what we have on the left side, in the terms first you transpose the constant term to right side. That is your first step. Okay, so when you transpose this plus 3 to right side, it becomes minus 3. Now the result equation is 2x square minus 7x is equal to minus 3. This is your first step. Okay, and then you must change the quotient of the highest degree term as 1. Okay, so in the quadratic equation, what is the highest degree term? Generally x square term is the highest degree term. Here what is the quotient of x square term? That is 2. So you must change this 2 as 1. How? It is very simple. By dividing the total equation with the quotient of x square, yes, we change that x square quotient as 1. So here what is the quotient of x square? That is 2. So now divide the total equation. That means you divide the left side part and the right side part of that equation by 2. Means 2x square minus 7x whole by 2 is equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, and now split the denominator of the left side part to the two terms of the numerator. Okay, that means 2x square by 2 minus 7x by 2 is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now cancel 2. Now that implies x square minus 7x by 2. So you can written as 7 by 2 into x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So this is our second step. The first step, first we transpose the constant term to right side, and the second step we change the highest degree, the quotient of the highest degree term as 1. So in case is there any quotient in that term, just you divide the total equation by that coefficient. Here I have 2, so that's why I divide the total equation by 2. Total equation means you divide the left side part and right side part separately with that coefficient. Okay, now the xy quotient is 1. So in the resulting equation on the left side, here we have two terms. What are the two terms? X square term and the x term. Okay, now in these two terms you can treat the first term as a square, and remember this is the x square term, this is the highest degree term, and we treat this x square as a square. That means a square is equal to x square. That means a is equal to x. Okay, and treat the second term, that means x term, as 2ab. First term we treat as a square and the second term we treat as 2ab. Okay, so in this case just ignore the sign of the second term. Just we take only this part, 7 by 2 into x, we take only this part. This part we can treat as 2ab. Okay, so in this 2ab, 2 is a constant. So we take the 2 as it is, and a is equal to x. Already we are assigned by taking the first term as a square. Yes, we assign the value of a is equal to x. So in this 2ab term, a is equal to x. We didn't change. Now observe, in the place of b, which value you are taking, this total term is completely changes to 2ab. So actually the second term is 7 by 2 into x. This is the second term. Okay, now we are changing this term in the form of 2ab. Okay, so 2 is a constant. We can write that 2 as it is, and a is equal to x. Already we are assigned. And so in the place of b, which value you are taken, this total term is changes to 2ab. Which value? Just pause the video and think. Okay, so which value you are taken in the place of b? So if you are take 7 by 4, if you are take 7 by 4 in the place of b, now simplify this. 2 into x into 7 by 4. So 2 times. So 7 by 2 into x. We get the term now. Okay, so in the place of b, if you are take 7 by 4, then the second term is completely changes to 2ab. Okay, now observe the equation. So in this equation, on the left side here we have two terms. In the two terms, we treat the first term as a square and the second term as 2ab. I think one is missing here. What is missing? First term I am taking as a square, the second term I am taking as 2ab. So here what is missing? A square is there, 2ab term is there, then what is missing? Yeah, b square is missing. Okay, so a square plus 2ab plus b square. What is the identity? A square plus 2ab plus b square. It is equal to a plus b whole square. That means here we get a perfect square. A square plus 2ab plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square. That means here we get a perfect square. That means here what is our target? We change the left side expression to a plus b whole square. Okay, so sometimes we get this expression a square minus 2ab plus b square. It is equal to a minus b whole square. So now we are trying to change the left side expression to any one of these two, either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So in the given equation, that means in the resultant equation, we treat this first term as a square and the second term as 2ab. So here what is missing? A square is there, so actually here minus is there, so minus is there, and second term we treat as 2ab. Now what is missing? Yeah, here b square is missing, and already we assign one value for this b in second term. So here the second term is 7 by 2 into x na. So we are change this term as 2ab. So in this, what is b value? It is equal to 7 by 4. Now add the square of this value on both sides of this equation. Yeah, it is a true now. That means x square minus 7 by 2x, here we express as 2 into x into 7 by 4, and I am adding b square. Here b is equal to 7 by 4, so it's square plus 7 by 4 whole square. I am adding this b square on left side. do the same thing on the right side. Why? Because we are in equation. So when you add the same quantity on both sides of the equation, it remains same. Don't forget this point. We learned in primary classes, that means in 6th and 7th class already we learned this point. If you add the same quantity on both sides of the given equation, the equation remains same. So here I am adding b square, that means 7 by 4 whole square on both sides. So on the right side I have minus 3 by 2. Now I add that b square to this minus 3 by 2, 7 by 4 whole square. Now observe the left side part of this equation. Now it is completely changes to a square minus 2ab plus b square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. It is equal to a minus b whole square. So here a is equal to x and b is equal to 7 by 4. Okay, so the left side part is completely changes to a square minus 2ab plus b square. It is equal to a minus b, that means x minus 7 by 4 whole square is equal to, on the right side we have two terms, and the two terms are constant terms, so we can easily simplify them. Minus 3 by 2 plus 7 by 4 whole square, it is equal to 49 by 16. Okay, now continue the left side part as it is. X minus 7 by 4 whole square is equal to, and simplify the right side part. Here the LCM is 16 and numerator. So first denominator is 2. So which number you multiply this 2, you get 16, 8. So 8 into minus 3, minus 24 plus 49. Okay, so that implies, write on the left side part as it is. X minus 7 by 4 whole square is equal to minus 24 plus 49. It is equal to 25 by 16. Now transpose this square to right side. So x minus 7 by 4 is equal to, we are transposing square to right side. Now it changes to root. That means we are finding the square root of the right side part. So in the previous classes already we discussed this point. If you find the square root of any real number, it has two square root values. One is positive square root value and another one is negative square root value. So here we are doing that. When you transpose this square to right side, means it changes to square root. That means we are finding the square root of real number what we have in the right side. So you must put that plus or minus. Why? Because every real number has two square root values. Okay, so square is transposed to right side. Now it changes to root 25 by 16. That means x minus 7 by 4 is equal to plus or minus root 25 by 16. So you must place that plus or minus. Why? Because here we are finding the square root of a real number. Every real number has two square root values. One is positive, another one is negative. And we present that like this, plus or minus 25 by 16. So x minus 7 by 4, it is equal to plus or minus root 25 value 5 by root 16 value 4. That means x minus 7 by 4 is equal to plus or minus 5 by 4. Okay, so from this, first we take plus 5 by 4 and next we take minus 5 by 4. So that means x minus 7 by 4 is equal to, first we take plus 5 by 4 and we take minus 5 by 4. X minus 7 by 4 is equal to minus 5 by 4. These two are the linear equations on one variable. We can easily solve them. So x minus 7 by 4 is equal to 5 by 4. That implies x is equal to 5 by 4 plus 7 by 4. So that implies x is equal to 4 is LCM and 5 plus 7, it is equal to 12. So x is equal to 12 by 4, it is equal to 3. And x minus 7 by 4 is equal to minus 5 by 4. Transpose this minus 7 by 4 to right side. So x is equal to minus 5 by 4 plus 7 by 4. So x is equal to, denominator is 4, minus 5 plus 7, it is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 by 4 means it is equal to 1 by 2. So x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 1 by 2. So these two are the roots of given quadratic equation. Okay, so in this process, this is the most important. This step is the most important. Why? Because in this step, we present the left side part of the given equation as either a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So to complete that step, we must add one term on both sides of the resultant equation in this step. Okay, so which term we are only b square term. And how to find that b value? From the second term. Okay, so first term you can read as a square and second term we treat as 2ab. So 2 is a constant and a is equal to x, already we are assigned. So in the place of b, which value you are taking, this total term is changes to 2ab. We think and we take that value instead of that b and we add its square term on both sides of the equation. So this is the most important. Okay, and in this method we use these two identities. A square plus 2ab plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square and a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to a minus b whole square. By using these two identities, we change the left side part of the resultant equation in this step either in a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So this is the completing the square method to find the solutions of a quadratic equation. Now we apply the same method to the general form of a quadratic equation. Here what is the general form of a quadratic equation? That is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now find the solution of this equation by the method of completing the square. So first we take that equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this equation is completely in the standard form. First transpose the constant term to right side. Ax square plus bx is equal to minus c. Now divide the total equation by the coefficient of x square. Here what is the coefficient of x square? A. Now divide the complete equation by a. So ax square plus bx by a is equal to minus c by a. Okay, that means ax square by a plus bx by a is equal to minus c by a. So a cancel. Now x square plus bx by a, here we express as b by a into x is equal to minus c by a. Okay, now treat the first term as a square, means a square is equal to x square, so that implies a is equal to x. Okay, and change the second term in the form of 2ab. Okay, here what is the second term? b by a into x is the second term. Now change this term into 2ab. So 2 is a constant and a is equal to x, already we are assigned, and in the place of b, which one we are taken, this complete term changes to 2ab. Yes, it's b by 2a. Okay, 2 to cancel, b by a is there, b by a into x, b by x. Okay, so now b by a x written as 2 into x into b by 2a, it is equal to minus c by a. Now add the b square term on both sides of this equation. Here what is b? b by 2a. Add its square, x square plus 2 into x into b by 2a plus b by 2a whole square is equal to minus c by a plus b by 2a whole square. So don't confuse, in the identities we have b and in the given equation also we have b, so don't confuse on that. Here I am expressing the second term b by ax as 2ab. Okay, so for presenting the 2ab in the place of b, here I am taking b by 2a. Okay, now the equation completely changes to like this, say x square plus 2 into x into b by 2a plus b by 2a whole square. Now it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, it is equal to a plus b. Here a is equal to x plus b is equal to b by 2a whole square is equal to, simplify the right side part, minus c by a plus b square by 4a square. Okay, now continue the left side part as it is, x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, find the LCM of the denominators. Here denominator is a and here denominator is 4a square, so its LCM is 4a square and numerator is minus 4ac plus b square. Okay, so x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, so when I arrange the terms in the numerator in a proper order, it is b square minus 4ac by 4a square, and here a, b, c are all real numbers, so the value of this expression presents a real number. B is a real number, a is a real number, c is a real number. Okay, so the value of this expression is a real number. We treat like that. Here a, b, c are not variables. Here what is a variable? X is variable. A, b, c are presents some real numbers. Okay, so now transpose this square to right side. We are transposing square, so that's why you must put plus or minus on the right side part. So x plus b by 2a is equal to plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 4a square. Okay, now you transpose this p by 2a to right side. Actually we separate this plus or minus, but we are not doing any calculation, just we are applying the completing square method to the general form of the quadratic equation. So here I am not doing any calculation, so that's why here I am continuing this plus or minus as it is. Now transpose this plus b by 2a to right side, then plus becomes minus, so x is equal to minus b by 2a plus or minus, apply this square root to the numerator and denominator separately. Okay, so square root of b square minus 4ac by root of 4a square. So x is equal to minus b by 2a plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by root of 4a square, root 4 value 2 and root a square value a. And observe the denominators of these two terms, they are the same, so we simplify the numerators directly. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, so this is the generalized formula to find the roots of a quadratic equation. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, so in case if you remember this formula, you can easily find the roots of the given quadratic equation. Let us take previous example. So what is the previous equation? It's 2x square minus 7x plus 3. x square minus 7x plus 3. So this is the quadratic equation. Now we find the roots of this quadratic equation by using this generalized formula. Okay, so before that, first compare this quadratic equation to general form of quadratic equation. So when you compare it to general form of quadratic equation, here what is the general form is standard form? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation. So when you compare the given equation to this standard form, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 7 and c is equal to 3. Now substitute these three values in this formula. X is equal to minus b minus of minus 7 minus of minus 7. One minus is in the formula and another minus is the value of b, plus or minus root of minus b square means minus 7 whole square minus 4a 2 into 3 by 2a, that means 2 into 2. Okay, so x is equal to minus of minus 7, it is equal to plus 7 plus or minus root of minus 7 whole square 49 minus 4 into 2 into 3, 4 2 is 8, 3 is 24 by 4. So x is equal to 7 plus or minus root of 49 minus 24, it is equal to 25 by 4. Then x is equal to 7 plus or minus 25 root 25 value 5 by 4. Now let us take plus 5 and minus 5 separately. So x is equal to, if plus 5 is taken, 7 plus 5 by 4, it is equal to 12 by 4, it is equal to 3. And if you are taking minus 5, 7 minus 5 by 4, it is equal to 2 by 4, it is equal to 1 by 2. So we get the same solutions. 3 1 by 2, 3 1 by 2. So in case if you are remember this formula, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, then we can solve any type of quadratic equation by using this formula. Okay, and in case if you solve this quadratic equation by factorization method, it is solved. Okay, why? Because here the roots of the given equation are rational numbers. So we solve this equation by factorization method and also completing the square method, or we can solve the quadratic equation by this formula, and this formula we are called quadratic formula. So this is the generalized formula for finding the roots of a quadratic equation. Okay, but as per our syllabus, as per our new syllabus, we have only factorization method and this quadratic formula. Okay, so in case if any equation is not solved by factorization method, by using this quadratic formula, you can easily solve that equation. Okay, let's we stop here. Remaining part we will continue in the next video. So thank you for watching. Bye.